Hello, this is Mike at TradeWinds RV Center. Here to congratulate you on your Intech Aucta travel trailer. I'm going to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's talk about arriving at the campsite, a few things to think about when you're parking this. On your campsite, I want you to leave plenty of room for that awning to come out. On your off campsite, I want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. So your power is going to be just above your rear tire, and your water is going to be all the way at the rear of the unit. Docking station will be up top at the campsites on your driver's side of your tow vehicle. So park accordingly so you can utilize facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive and unhook our hitch, first thing we do is level our unit. Our unit has a power tongue jack. Night docking light should you arrive at night. Simply retract to lower, extend to raise. Now your unit's door is close to the middle of the unit. Not so much, but go ahead and find your spot. You can put a level down, get this unit level. Once it is level, we can go ahead and hook up our power and water. I do want to mention, again, this is a power tongue jack. Should you lose power, that hand crank right there for your stabilizing jacks will hook onto this bolt right here and get this up and down should you lose power. A little warning on this rubber stopper over top of it, it will get your fingers black, especially if it gets to drying out in the sun. So utilize that sparingly if you have to. So once you got it level, we're going to go ahead and stabilize it. All four corners of the unit. If you scissor stabilizing jacks down here, 3/4 inch hand crank on here. I am going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt and debris and hot blacktop. Great investment. Get a 4-pack of those with your 10% off coupon. Put them down underneath these. Run these down just until they're taut. Remember, our unit's already level. We just want to run these down until you've got some resistance and it feels like you're going to try to lift the unit. Our unit's already level. Now we get it stable. We can hook up our power and water. Big long 30 amp cord plugs in here on the side. We've got a pistol grip. It'll go in at about 11 o'clock. Turn that to noon. Put on your black washer. You're all set. Now, should you need to plug into a 110, there's a 30 to 15 amp reducer that comes in your convenience pack. Power hooked up. Let's hook up your water. At campsites, we're going to hook up to the right side here, city water connection. Over here is our fresh water. First and foremost, a water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in the unit. You don't know what the water pressure is at different campsites, so always use these. Put that on. Get that on nice and tug. And put on your 25-foot water hose that comes with your convenience pack as well. Go ahead, turn that on. Go inside. Open up all of your water taps, your sinks, your showers. Get a nice steady flow of water going through them, and you are all set to camp. Now let's say we're not going to hook up at a campsite, we're going to go dry camping. In that case, we're going to fill up our freshwater tank right here. No need for a water pressure regulator here. You simply gravity fill this with a hose. 2 ways to tell it's full. When there's an overflow valve, and right there it is. Overflow valve right there. Or on the inside where you check the levels of your black and gray tanks, there's a freshwater button. Don't leave this unattended while you're filling it. Once it's full, go ahead and put this cap back on there, and then whenever you want to utilize that water, you'll turn on your water pump. Don't turn on your water pump when you hook to city water. That's already pressurized. Alright, we're all set to camp with power and water. Go ahead and walk you around the rest of the unit. Continuing here on the off camp side. Again here, our docking station with our waters. Here's a spray port hose you can hook up. Quick connect to that. Big storage area. That's what they call a bra for your front window. Keeps that from rock protection going down the road. Call that a stinky slinky holder. That's where you can put your sewage hose when you're done. Speaking of sewage, that's where you dump those at. We'll talk about those when we act like we're leaving the campsite. Again, power, cable for the campsite. The flue for your furnace, a few things on that. 1, make sure it's never blocked. 2, if you are running your furnace, steer clear, but it does get hot. And 3, we sell bug guards to get over top of them, keep the bugs out. Your hot water heater. One thing I did forget to mention when hooking up your water, Make sure your hot water drain plug is in there before you turn that water on. If your hot water heater doesn't seem to be working, come out here and look to see if either one of these are bubbled up. If they are, simply press them back in. They're a reset, like an overheat reset. This is a vent for your battery. Your battery stored inside under your seat. And there's where you can plug in solar panels to trickle charge those batteries. In front here is going to be our propane. Cotter pin on each side. Kind of wiggle that down. Have a two-handed job, a lot of these are. So lefty loosey on these. Turn toward the tank you wish to be using. That turns red, you're out of gas. The other side of our pass-through, or not pass-through storage, but other side of some storage back here. A couple of 110s. A couple more 110s. The outdoor table. This is removable. Quick connect LP down there for this griddle here. And you've also got a fridge slash freezer. A safety strap, put on that when traveling. There's a quick connect hose. Gonna reach right down underneath here and quick connect there. Make sure you bring that back up and out of the way for storage. I also recommend flipping this griddle top upside down for travel. Also upside down and backwards. It travels much safer that way. I'll put the snap back on here. So you see the fridge snaps in there. Put that like that. The best way to have those for travel. That locks in here. Push down to remove it. Don't forget to lock your storage before traveling too. We'll put this indoors. That about covers everything. So take a look on the inside. So your stuff's to fold up. I'll show you that when we leave. First thing I always like to point out is your fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows the fire extinguisher is located by the entry doorway. Next to that or above it, is a couple of 110s and a couple of USB charging ports. Main lights, dinette, cabinet, front exit, and porch light. Over here is our awning light. Turn that on and off over here. Turn that back on. Turn back on all these lights here. On your awning, step in. You're going to first off make sure that your door is closed and out of the way. And awning, LED on. We're just going to hit out. Just touch out is all I had to do. And this will travel out on its own. Yes, this one's high enough, you don't have to have your door closed. And that is all automatic, no hands running by itself out. As it does above the door, show you your smoke alarm. Go ahead and turn on your television for you while we're waiting for this. The only thing on your TVs, I recommend that when you arrive at the campsite that you go into your home and run a digital channel scan so you can pick up all the local channels at the campsites. Alright, there is your awning all the way out. I'm just going to hit in now. There we go. Close or off. Now I want you to see that as it comes in, I can hit stop and it'll stop that. So you can pretty much set this up at any point you want going out. Back to our television again, just go into your home, run a digital channel scan so you'll pick up all the local channels of the campsite you're at. Shut that off. Remote for the sound system as well. That is around the corner here. We'll get to that. And this is a owner's manual. As your awning's coming in, I'm going to go ahead and close this door and tell you they close best when gently slammed. Alright, coming back in here. Up top here is our breaker box and fuses. A ton of 15s and a 20. Over here is your battery disconnect. That'll disconnect all the battery power to the unit. That'll come important if you're out dry camping and you don't have a battery solar power plugged in, nothing plugged in, charge your batteries. If you're going to be gone for the day, use this to disconnect so that your carbon monoxide propane detector, which I'll show you next, which is always running off your batteries, doesn't drain your battery down. That is down underneath the fridge here again. That's your carbon monoxide and propane detector. Always running off your battery. 12 volt. Coming up here is where we check our brand new battery, check the level of the fresh, black, and gray tanks. Down below that's where you turn on your water pump to get to the fresh water. Tank heater, that's little 12 volt pads that are on your tanks in case you're in inclement weather and you think they might freeze. Same thing on lines, there's heater on your lines. Water heater hooked to gas, water heater hooked to electric. It does make a difference, choose correctly. Down here, AM, FM, Bluetooth, auxiliary, nice sound system. Turn to the fridge now. Norco fridges are pretty easy. Turn that on to the left. Now, whatever's white up is going to be what we're working with. So here's the freezer. Got that on 5. We'll switch to the fridge. We got that on 4. And then this is night mode. And that's telling the fridge, hey, it's nighttime. I'm not going to be opening and closing you. Save me power. Somehow it does. Continuing into the kitchen here. You got a kitchen accent light. 110s. Turn this to light. Get your spark, and these will light when I get your gas on. Down here, convection microwave. There's a manual on that. Plumbing. Just want to mention on your plumbing. Keep an eye on things. Make sure when you're bouncing down the road, nothing's wiggling loose over time. These are our racks for drying dishes. That's that plumbing back there. Also, this is your bypass for your hot water heater. When you winterize, you're going to bypass those by turning them to the right and left. In line with the others. Again, underneath here is going to be your battery. This is your access area to your battery. That will close back up. This wood and your cushions. There. So this bed area here also, we can by pushing down on this button, turn and release this pole. Started. Step on it, turn it to the left. And put in a shorter pole. And then we can turn this into a bed here. And that's how that'll set up. This is an extra cushion that folds up underneath your bed. So come down the hallway to the left is our bathroom. When you arrive at the campsite, put a couple gallons of water in there. Once you're hooked up, go ahead and put some water in there. Your black tank will thank you later. A couple of 110s with GFCI reset here. some more plumbing to maintain. Keep an eye on it. If you travel a lot and you're bouncing this up and down the road a lot, you want to keep an eye on it. You got a hand open exhaust vent there. Now across the hall to our shower, you got a hand crank open exhaust over here as well. And here's where that extra cushion will be. Let's go ahead and turn the air on in here. Let's go. Touch this on. There we go. Cool. I'll go right to cool. Take that air up. I want to show you there's a quick dump on this. So I'm going to utilize to get all that cool air. Now you'll notice when I shut the go off the mode, I'm going to circle right around to off. This goes to off. It generally shuts off rather quickly. Now in next mode I'm going to go into is furnace. There's an auto you can put in between the two. Just set your temperature. There's your furnace. You have to turn underneath your fridge. Now generally when you shut the furnace off, those do take a few minutes to cycle through before they shut off. Go sit and listen. You can check your inside temperature. You can just turn on a fan, set your clock, program that. Automatic, real easy. Bedroom lights, cabinet accents. Shut your main lights off from your bedroom. If you have a max air vent, simply hit on, and that's going to turn on and crank open the top. Come back, shut that off, and it will close. Just want to show you down here is your water pump for winterizing. Access to that. We'll leave this up because we're going to put that cushion back in there. But if you want to show you, we'll come around. Emergency exit windows in case you need to get out. Emergency bedroom lights you can shut off from your bed. Your accent lights actually go blue or reader if you hold your finger on it. Tons of storage through here. Television is on a swivel. Tuck that back against the wall for travel. Again, get in, run your digital channel scan, pick up the local channels. Alright, so now we're going to act like we're leaving the campsite. So what I like to do, of course we're going to go through and we're going to make sure all of our windows are closed, all of our vents are closed. Starting in the back of the unit, you want to secure some things. This bedroom door, you want that secured so this isn't bouncing down the road. Push our TV back against the wall. Shut off our bedroom lights. Any more accents? Yes. Cabinet accents. All lights are off in here. Checking our vents in each bathroom. The main bathroom, vent closed. Shower side, light off, vent closed. So we're just working our way forward in all those individual rooms. Come back to the front here and shut off a bunch of lights. Once all of your lights are off, you can see any other lights or accent lights that you shut off by hand. Now I'm going to say doors and drawers. Walk through your unit, make sure all doors and drawers are closed. Everything's secure for travel. I put the cushion and the short bar underneath your bed back there. And let's leave. Now, before we leave the dump station, you're going to want to lock and deadbolt that door. I will take that table in and put it in storage. Shut off our gas. Bring up our stabilizing jacks. And if we are out dry camping, over here next to your sticky slicky holder is your fresh water drain. Go ahead and open that up and head on home to the nearest dump station, whatever you're in need of for the campsite. We'll unhook our power, our water, our cable, hook up our hitch, bring up our stabilizing jacks, hook up our hitch, and head on up to the dump station. Now at the dump station, park accordingly. Your dump's going to be behind your tires on your driver's side of your tow vehicle. 10-foot hose comes with your convenience pack. Hook that up and pull your black handle here on the right. That's your sewage holding tank. That sounds like it's no longer draining. Go ahead, head inside, look at it, make sure it's empty before you close that and pull your wastewater holding tank. That's going to be cleaner water, your sinks and your showers. That'll clean your sewage hose out for you. While that's draining, come up here underneath your hot water heater and dump our low point drains. When them are done, to release the pressure up here, if you're done camping for a while and you don't want to leave stagnant water in your hot water heater, come up here, lift up on your pressure release valve. Now be careful, some hot water may dump out of there. Push that back down, then you can pull your drain plug down there for your residual hot water. When that gray is done, close that up, take the sewage hose, and conveniently and sanitarily store it right here and head on home. Again, thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Intech for many years to come. Happy camping.